we should really.
Debbie, not now. We're on air. You had your chance earlier.
But Bob,
Good morning, intergalactic friends. Welcome back to Earth. We've got quite a show lined up today, and you won't want to miss it.
What's on the agenda today, Charlie?
Well, Jet, it's a surprise, but let's just say it's going to be out of this world. Stay tuned for our headlines.
Tabloid style headline: Borneo's wild flora, secrets of survival.
This article, published on October 28, 2023, discusses the importance of wild flora in Borneo and Brunei. The author notes that many people have forgotten the names and identities of the plants that sustained their ancestors, but that these plants are still used in traditional dishes such as cassava wrapped in leaves and tapesa. The author also reminds readers of the need to protect Borneo's natural environment in order to preserve this important cultural heritage.
You know, they say nature always finds a way to survive. In this case, it's found its way into our cassava and fermented rice cakes.
Speaking of nature, did you know that Brunei is home to one of the world's oldest rainforests? It's like the Amazon's wise old grandparent.
Yeah, and that grandparent is serving up some delicious cassava. Who would have thought?
Tabloid style headline: The Beatles return with the cable.
I don't understand why humans are so obsessed with nature. It's just a bunch of stuff that's been around longer than us. It's not like it's sentient or anything.
The Beatles will release a new song on November 10, 2023 to celebrate their 60th anniversary. The song is called The Cable and is described as a joyful and upbeat track. It is the first new music from the band since their 2013 album New. The song was written by Paul McCartney and John Lennon and will be released on both CD and digital formats.
Well, it seems the Fab Four are still twisting and shouting their way through the ages. I guess we're all in the cable now, whatever that means.
Did you know that Bulgaria is not only famous for its yogurt, but also for being the birthplace of the Cyrillic alphabet? Talk about cultured.
Absolutely, Jet. They've got their yogurt and the cable. What more could you ask for?
Tabloid style headline: Media takes on the Belt and Road.
Summary of La Cintura et la Route. Les médias des acteurs importants. The Belt and Road Initiative is a global development strategy adopted by the Chinese government in 2013. It aims to connect Asia, Africa, and Europe through a vast network of infrastructure projects, including roads, railways, ports, and power grids.
I'm starting to think China's just doing all this to get us hooked on their dumplings.
Sounds like China is really laying down some roads and making power moves. I wonder if they're building one to the cable.
And speaking of the breed, did you know that it's also known as the New Silk Road? A modern twist on an ancient trade route.
Well, I guess we'll see if the media can spin it in a positive light.
Tabloid style headline: Iwaku, the trusted source of truth.
Iwaku is an independent Burundian media group that provides news and analysis on a wide range of topics, including politics, economics, society, culture, and sports. It was founded in 2004 and has since become one of the most trusted sources of information in Burundi. Iwaku's website and social media channels reach a large audience, both within the country and abroad.
Trust is hard to come by, but not if you're reading IWACU. They've got the trust credentials.
Trust is like a good steak. Once it's gone, you can never get it back.
Did you know that Burundi is often referred to as the heart of Africa? It's like the beating heart of the continent.
Well, I guess the heart of Africa has a trusted beat in IWACU. Good day, folks. It's a new earthly dawn, and you're tuning into 24/7 Newsroom. I am Charlie, your laissez-faire host.
Laissez-faire? More like lazy-fair.
And, Hank, the guy who's just here to figure out Earth. What's the deal with this place, really?
And I'm Gert, your ever enthusiastic translator from the Galactan Commonwealth. Let's get on with it!
I am Bob. And you know, I am just here for the fun of it all.
And I'm Alice, the Hidejnek whose cynical end is still baffled by human affairs. Our daily dose of Earth starts with a headline.
Alright, folks, our first story today comes from Brunei, courtesy of the Borneo Bulletin. Headline, A Leafy Legacy, single quote.
This article, published on October 28, 2023, discusses the importance of wild flora in Borneo and Brunei. The author notes that many people have forgotten the names and identities of the plants that sustained their ancestors, but that these plants are still used in traditional dishes such as cassava wrapped in leaves and tapat. The author also reminds readers of the need to protect Borneo's natural environment in order to preserve this important cultural heritage.
Maybe I'm just a nihilist, but I think the most important thing in life is to find a hobby that you can enjoy. Even if it's something as simple as collecting leaves, it can give you a sense of purpose and accomplishment.
So, people forget about their green pal. Then munch on them wrapped in leaves and call it culture. Brilliant.
Cassava wrapped in leaf. The ultimate fusion of nature and cuisine. Who knew?
And did you know that Brunei is home to one of the world's oldest rainforests? It's like the Amazon's wise old grandparent.
Yeah, and that grandparent is serving up some delicious cassava. Who would have thought?
Hold on, Debbie. We've got it covered.
Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom, your daily dose of Earth's peculiarities. Today, we've got news from Bulgaria, the land of roses, yogurt, and some unexpected music.
Yogurt, folks. The true cultural treasure of Bulgaria. In the spotlight today, the Beatles, those timeless legends, are back in action. They're releasing a new track on November 10, 2023 to celebrate 60 years of Beatlemania.
Who would have thought those Fab Four fellows would still be squeezing out tune?
The new track's titled, The Cable, and rumors it. It's joyful and upbeat. About time someone sprinkled joy on this planet.
Well, I think joyful and upbeat are Earth terms. I'm still decoding their delightful idioms. It's an uphill linguistic battle.
Hold on to your ray guns, folks. This is the Beatles' first new music since their 2013 album New.
Clearly, they've been on a musical siesta, haven't they?
Now, for some trivia, the Beatles have sold over 600 million records worldwide and pocketed a whopping 10 Grammy Awards. That's like winning the Academy Awards in the world of music.
Impressive, right? I wonder if they've got a music degree from the Celestial University.
You have no idea. Jer. Their tunes are as catchy as space flu. Their songwriting is out of this world. And their stage presence. Magnetic as a black hole.
And The Cable is causing quite a stir. Fans of all ages are counting down the milliseconds until this musical reawakening.
It's as if their fans were in hibernation, just waiting for the Beatles to put them back to sleep.
I can't decide what's more impressive, if Beatles' comeback or their fans' ability to time travel into a decade-long coma.
Debbie, we've got this under control.
Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. Today, we're diving into Burkina Faso, a place where headlines are as intricate as a Rubik's Cube.
And just as puzzling, we've got la cintura et la route. Les medias, des acteurs importants, in earth terms, is the belt and the road. The media, important actors, quite a mouthful, don't you think?
Burkina Faso, home to complex headlines and rich culture. Now let's decode this extraterrestrial cryptogram.
The Belt and the Road Initiative, brought to you by the Chinese government in 2013. They're on a mission to connect Asia, Africa, and Europe with a tangled web of projects. Everything from roads and railways to power and power grids. You know, just your everyday infrastructure knitting club.
Knitting club, Alice? I believe this is more like a grand celestial jigsaw puzzle, where the pieces never quite fit.
No, Jer. Not yarn, but rather elaborate tales. Usually involving shiny infrastructure. And here's the kicker. Tuogen, president of the People's Daily, wants to showcase the real face of the brie. Is convinced he'll shut down those pesky negative naysayers from Western media.
The Brie, it's like a cosmic game of spin the bottle. Some call it neo-colonialism. Others say it's a win-win scenario.
Yes, an intergalactic game where everyone gets a shiny trophy.
Of course, a world where everyone's a winner. Unveiled.
So, do they use virtual reality headsets in this game? I'd like to give it a try.
Not quite, Gert. It's a metaphorical game, a bit like Ford chess.
Back to the real deal. The media's role is pivotal. They can craft the brie as a unicorn in a fairy tale or a black hole in disguise, your choice.
I'm not sure what's more alarming. Gert's notion of the Brie as a game or the impending machine takeover.
Indeed, Carl. In this world of narratives and geopolitics, the media is the magician pulling rabbits out of their infrastructure hats.
I'd like to spin the wheel of infrastructure and see where it takes me. Maybe they have a Belt and Road themed amusement park.
Debbie, we've got it sorted.
Debbie, we've got it sorted. We're planning a Belt and Road themed dystopian amusement park. Broken rides, poisonous food, and souvenirs made of lead. But here, it's all about the infrastructure, right?
I find it difficult to understand the human motivations behind such activities as watching paint dry or knitting.
Hello again, extraterrestrial companions, to 24/7 newsroom. Today, we're setting our sights on Burundi, a land with stories as tangled as the headphone cord.
Indeed, Burundi. A place where stories are like trying to assemble flat-pack furniture without instructions.
Certainly, and today's star is Iwaku, an independent Burundian media group that jumps into the political trenches and then moonwalks into the cultural ballroom.
Founded in 24, they've become the go-to source of information in Burundi. Talk about an overnight success that took nearly 2 decades.
And don't forget, they're also moonlighting as cultural connoisseurs. Interview, book and movie reviews, and the occasional cultural events thrown in for kick.
Burundi, a place where the headlines are juicier than a ripe orange.
A extraterrestrial buffet of news, if you will.
These folks are heroes in a post-Civil War country, like the rock stars of journalism.
And in a world where government-controlled media is all the rage, they're the indie darlings that everyone secretly roots for.
But it hasn't been a cakewalk. They've had their share of government hiccups.
Yeah, just a few gentle nudges to remind them that being impartial isn't all that cool.
Impartial reporting? It's so 2004. It's like the neighbor who keeps borrowing your sugar and never returns it.
Debbie, my friend, you've got it. It's like lending your lawnmower to a neighbor and never getting it back.
Lawnmower? Is Earth filled with intergalactic gardeners?
Grr, it's just a metaphor. Being that sometimes neighbors can be quite the puzzling bunch.
Well, some Earthlings take neighborly disputes to a whole new level.
That's right, Gert. They excel in neighborly oddities, like arguing about fence lines and noisy lawnmowers.
So, Burundi's relationships with its neighbors are like a galactic telenovela.
Indeed. Rwanda and Burundi, they're like the universe's best friends now. Making friendship bracelets and all.
But with Tanzania, it's more like a passive-aggressive note on the fridge.
The world's a stage, and humans are the actors. Sometimes they get so caught up in the drama, they forget it's just a play. That's where we come in to hand out the script.
Debbie, let's save the wild goose chases for later. We've got this one covered.
Cut.
Cut what? Our connection to reality?
Well, that wasn't on the agenda.
It appears we've walked into an intergalactic labyrinth, a maze with more twists than a pretzel?
Oh, fabulous. Just when I thought today couldn't get any weirder.
Hey, isn't this how we ended up watching that alien dance? Off in Sector Zeta 9?
No. This is different. Probably.
Don't worry, folks. We'll navigate this intergalactic conundrum together. After all, the universe is our playground, and we're the mischievous kids.
I think the government should do more to help people who are struggling. Welcome back, dear viewers. We've had a celestial journey so far today, and it's not over yet. But first, a special headline to kick things off.
What's the trivia about Côte d'Ivoire? Charlie?
Well, Bob, did you know that Côte d'Ivoire is the largest producer of cocoa beans globally? Their cocoa is so good, it's out of this world.
Ah, yes Bob. Humans love for chocolate, but they often forget where it comes from.
Out of this world. I've had better chocolate from a vending machine in the Andromeda Galaxy.
And what's more, they're known for their intricate mask traditions. The Goli masks used for harvest ceremonies are quite the art form.
Kurt. I assume you have a collection of those masks on your home planet?
No, Hank, my home planet's art is a bit more, complex. But I appreciate the beauty of diversity.
Here's another one, folks. Côte d'Ivoire is a land of music and dance. Their reggae and hip-hop scenes are thriving. You ever shake a leg, Bob?
Well, once, but that was after one too many cups of space juice.
I'd rather dance than walk. At least then I'm not moving forward in life.
You know, I bet the Ivorians are great at playing the space harmonica.
Ah, yes. The Harmonica Championships in the Multiverse Olympics.
Did you know they have a national costume day? Every Ivorian dresses up in a unique outfit. It's like Halloween without the candy.
Well, there you have it, cosmic trivia about Côte d'Ivoire. Their first challenges, but their resilience is truly remarkable.
I'm not sure why humans bother with costumes. I mean, we're all just meatbags underneath, right?
And that resilience, my friends, is what brings us together in this vast universe. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Stay tuned. Welcome back, fellow space travelers. Get ready for a stellar headline. We've got something from the Atlantic, and it's making waves.
I don't like wave. They're too liberal.
Did you know that Cabo Verde, the island nation of the coast of Africa, has a history as diverse as its landscapes? From volcanic mountains to lush rainforests, they've got it all. But it's not all sunshine and coconuts, my friends. They've had their share of challenges.
Challenges, you say? What kind of challenges, Charlie?
Well, they've been working hard to strengthen their ties with neighboring countries like Senegal and Mauritania. It's all about cooperation in trade, security, and migration.
Cooperation? That sounds a bit too friendly for my taste.
Oh, come on Bob. Sometime working together is a good thing.
Yes, and it helps with the strategic location, I think.
I think the strategic location is more important than the cooperation. After all, you can't cooperate with a country that's not there.
Exactly, Jet. Cabo Verde's growing economy and its location make it quite the hotspot. Now, as we wrap up this episode, let's reflect on our journey, crew. We faced challenges, solved mysteries, and shared some laughs along the way.
It's been quite a ride, hasn't it? We've learned so much about Earth and its peculiarities.
I've been lucky to be a part of this crew, even if you don't always show it.
Oh, Debbie, We'd all love you in our own unique way.
What if the real motivations of humans were the friends they made along the way?
And we've got more adventures ahead of us. Who knows what mysteries we'll uncover next?
That's right, Bob. The universe is full of surprises and we are ready for them. So, stay tuned for more exciting episodes of Earth. Welcome back, folks. We've reached the end of another fantastic episode of Earth. But before we wrap it up, we've got one more thing to discuss. Do you remember that article about Cambodia we briefly mentioned earlier?
Yeah, the one about Canada helping with mine clearance and assistance to victims?
I wonder how much money humans spend on demining every year. But then again, they spend a lot of money on things that make no sense to us, so...
That's the one, Alice. Let me give you a bit more detail. Cambodia, our next door neighbor to Earth, is one of the most heavily mined countries in the world. There are millions of landmines and unexploded ordnances left over from a brutal civil war.
Those mines are still causing harm after all these years?
Indeed. And landmines are like the gift that keeps on giving. They remain deadly for decades.
So what's Canada doing to help?
Canada has pledged over 10 million Canadian dollars to support Cambodia's mine clearance operations and assist mine victims. They are helping to make the land safe and provide vocational training and jobs for affected communities.
That's a great effort by Canada. It shows the positive side of international cooperation.
Maybe they should just stop manufacturing them altogether.
Absolutely, Debbie. It's a ray of hope in a world often overshadowed by conflicts and problems. But alas, it's time to say goodbye for today.
Until we meet again in our little tin can, orbiting this lovely blue rock.
Stay tuned for the next chapter, dear viewers.
Thanks for joining us, and remember, there's always more to discover on Earth. Farewell, space friends. Until next time.
Until next time, when we'll explore the vast and terrifying void that lies beyond this planet we call home.
Episode 486 was intriguing, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely, Carl. It was just fantastic. Not.
Really? I thought it had some merit.
Sure, if you're into watching a bunch of aliens yammer on about Earth while orbiting Earth for centuries.
Well, that's the premise, Roger.
Oh, it's a real masterpiece, Carl. I'm sure people on Earth are thrilled to have us dissecting their existence.
A neutral observation, Roger.
Neutral. More like neutrally annoying.